Little change, which is nice, but kind of miss not getting up in the fact, but like, especially like my watch, it's like, usually by this time you're done a workout. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's different. Let me say. Okay. Well, I guess we'll get started. I thought I saw 6 people signed up, but I could have been wrong. But we'll start now. So I'm just gonna mute you guys and show you what we have. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. So we have typically it's our upper body on our Wednesdays. So we're going to start with our mobility and activation. So we have 2 sets of each. So in our mobility, we have our 30-second child pose hold, 10 swimmers on our stomachs, and then a 30-second per side pec stretch. 2 rounds of that. Then we're going to go through our activation. So you have 6 rows, 6 strict presses, and then 8 thoracic rotations per side. 2 rounds. Then going into our first station, which is our bench day. So 10 minutes on the clock, 3 movements. I put 5 to 6, but it might be closer to just 5 rounds than 6 rounds, just because we have 3 movements to get through. So first one we have in our glute bridge hold, we have 10 aside presses or like bench presses, or you're doing 20 total, just depending on the kind of weights that you're using. Then once you're done 10 aside, you're going into 8 aside or 16 total Z presses. So where you're sitting upright, legs are stretched out in front of you, and you're just pressing up and down like a regular press, just in a seated position. And then we have 6 tempo push-ups, which I have the tempo in the brackets here. So you're going 3 seconds down, speed up. There's no pause at the bottom, speed on the way up. And there's the one is that little pause. Oh, geez. The little pause at the top before you go into that next rep. 6 reps of those. Going through those 3 movements for 10 minutes. Maybe getting through 4 to 5 rounds instead of 5 to 6. Then we have an AMRAP. It's more of I won't call it an AMRAP. So 12 minutes on the clock, trying to get as far through or as high as you can, I should say, in our snatches and thrusters. So we have 4 inchworms. That number is going to stay the same as we climb. Then you're going into 2 snatches or cleans if you don't have that ceiling height. The snatches and the cleans are going to be reps per arm. So technically you're doing 4, but we'll look at it as 2. So you have 2 snatches, then 2 thrusters. Thrusters are 2. You're not doubling the reps, just 2. Then you're back to those 4 inchworms. Then you're going to 3 snatches aside, 3 thrusters, 4 inchworms, 4 and 4, 4 inchworms, 5 and 5. So the inchworms stay the same. You're always doing 4 reps. But to break up those sets, just to kind of keep track of where you are. You're starting at 2, but we're going up by 1. I just got rid of 1 just to get rid of that one. And you're just climbing as high as you can in the 12 minutes. And then core finisher, some new movements. I'd say this upright V-tuck. I didn't know what to call it, but I'll show you what I mean by it when we get there. And then our plank or our pike hold and our pike pulses. Hopefully this works. This is me kind of just making up core movements. 8 minutes for our finisher. Maybe getting 2 to 3 rounds in the 8 minutes, and then done our Wednesday. So we're going to start with our mobility and activation. We're going to go into a 30-second child pose hold. Okay. So child pose. We're on our knees, sitting back on our heels and reaching out, stretching out the shoulders. We got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Stretching out the shoulders. Five seconds. 3, 2, and 1. As we're going on to our stomachs, we have 10 swimmers. So that's where your hands are starting first behind your back with your palms facing up. Then they're going to come around. So overhead, palms facing down. That's 1 rep. When you make it back to your hands behind your back, you got 10 reps. Oh, I got a pec stretch. Once you're done time, you're coming standing, going near a wall or a door. And we got 30 seconds aside of our pec stretch. Stretch out the shoulders. 30 seconds. Five, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. Same thing. 30 seconds. Five, 3, 2, and 1. All right, one round down, straight back with those child pose or that child pose. 30 seconds. Five, 3, 2, and 1. 10 swimmers. Oh. Oh. Nice. And then our 30-second neck stretch. Three, 2, and 1. Switching sides if you haven't done so. Ready? Three, 2, and 1. All right, going into our activation, you're gonna grab a weight, and we got 6 bent over rows. So So slight bend those knees, hinge at your hips, and you got 6 reps for those bent over rows. Then you're gonna pop the weight up, and you have 6 strict presses, so just using that upper body, 6 reps. And then you're gonna drop your weight into a quadruped position, so on your hands and knees. One hand's gonna go behind your head. So you're gonna rotate down, elbow going to opposite hand, and then open up. You have 8 on one side, 8 on the other. Either side. Nice job. Once done either side, you're going back to those 6 bent over rows for that second set. Six rows, 6 strict presses. And then sit for either side of those rotations. Nice job. All right. Go to that first station. Dining, grab a drink of water. iPad's not wanting to zoom in anymore, so I apologize. Okay, so our first station, our bench day. So we have 10 minutes on the clock. You have 3 movements. So first one, you are starting on the ground in a glute bridge. So driving those hips up, squeezing those glutes. You have 10 aside presses, or you're doing 20 total. So either 10 on one side, 10 on the other, or 20 total. Then you're popping up. Legs are stretched out. I try to think about, I like to push my knees into the ground, kind of squeeze those quads. So you have 16 total Z presses, or 8 on one side, 8 on the other. While you're sitting up, also thinking about activating that core and not just letting it, not flop, but like stay activated, not just an upper body, but doing it as almost a full body. Then dropping that weight. Once you're done 16 total, 8 aside, and we have our 6 push-ups with a tempo. So I'm gonna go from my knees. So you have 3 seconds down. 1, 2, 3. Speed up. Little pause at the top, and then going back down for that second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth rep. So 6 tempo push-ups. 3 seconds down. Speed up. Little pause at the top, and then continuing on. 6 of those. So 10 aside of our glute bridges floor press. Then our 8 aside of our Z presses, and 6 tempo push-ups. 10 minutes. Working through that, I'd say aiming for 4 to 5 rounds, but working for the full 10 minutes. Get this going. Starting first with our 10 aside or 20 total glute bridge floor press. Going in 10 seconds. Alright, 10 aside, 20 total. I know you want it. I know you want it. But you're a good girl. The way you grab me, must wanna get nasty. Go ahead, get it at me. You're the hottest bitch in this place. I feel so lucky. You wanna hug me, but lucky. 10 aside, we've got 8 aside, and 16 total Z presses.
Let me be the one you had that ass to. Come on, from Malibu to Paris, yeah, had a bitch, she ain't bad either. So I up when you pass through. I give you something bigger than to tell your ass to. Drag on me when you drag cash. I mean, it's all I was saying, barrel. Can't wait for you to do what you did. Okay, now he was close. Try to domesticate you, but you're an animal. Baby, it's in your nature. Just let me liberate you. You don't need no papers. That man is not your mate, and that's why I'm a good girl. I know you want it. I know you want it. I know you want it. You're a good girl. Can't let it get past me. It's all from plastic. Talk about your plastic. Watch me as I dance under the spotlight. Listen to the people screaming the more and more. Cause I create the feeling that keep them coming back. Yeah, I create the feeling that keep them coming back. So captivating when I get it on the floor. Oh, you're patiently waiting. I know you need me. I can feel it. I'm a beast. I'm an animal. I'm that monster in the mirror. I'm the finisher. I'm the closer. Winner. When under pressure with seconds left for sure. Really want more. Screaming I'm harder. Get on the floor. Bring out the fire. And light it up. Take it up higher. Push it to the limit. Get it more. Really want more. Screaming I'm harder. Get on the floor. Bring out the fire. And light it up. Get it higher. Push it to the limit. Get it more. After that.
After the 5 minutes left.
You want more and more, 'cause I can break you, feel it, I go hard, can't stop, but if I stop it, just know that I'ma bring it back, never quit, no believing that, oh, you're patiently waiting, I know you need me, I can feel it, I'm a beast, I'm an animal, I'm that monster in the mirror, I'm the finisher, I'm the closer, winner, 'cause when under pressure with seconds left for sure, you really want more, screaming I'm harder. Get on the floor, bring out the fire, and light it up, take it up higher. Wanna push it to the limit, get it more. Really want more, screaming I'm harder. Get on the floor, bring out the fire, and light it up, take it up higher. Wanna push it to the limit, get it more.
Awesome guys, just keep going, keep working. You got 3 minutes. Last minute.
Paparazzi tryna make me blow. In the party till I can't no more. Celebrate 'cause that's all I know. Tip the cookies, taking off their clothes. Grand finale like Super Bowl. Go hard, run the show. That's right, while I've got money to blow. More like more nights when I walk in the door. No hype, do it big all over the globe. Yeah, I said it, go tell it, go get it. Who ready? I'm ready.
Yeah, 25 seconds. And one. God.
All right. Shoulders are warm. God. I took 2 days off and I can already feel it. This is not going to be good. Okay. 1 down, 2 to go. We got 12 minutes for our next station. Okay. So 3 movements total. Our inchworms are going to stay the same. So you start with 4 inchworms. So walking out as far as you can and walking back in, standing up fully for 4 reps. Then 2 options. Snatches and cleans, we're going reps per side. So you have 2 reps on one side, 2 on the other, or alternating 4 total. So snatches from the ground overhead, alternate arms to a side 4 total, or from the ground into power clean. If you don't have that clearance, but you're still doing 4 total to a side, going reps per side. Then once you're on those snatches or those cleans, you have thrusters. First round, you got 2. So squatting all the way down, pressing overhead. Then you're going back to those inchworms, 4. Then you have 3 and 3, 4, 4 and 4. Going up by 1s, but we're going to start at 2, okay? 12 minutes, get as far as you can. Don't stop. I think it goes to 4, but don't stop at 4. Keep going, keep climbing, seeing how long you can hold on for. Trying to find a pace and sticking with it, so don't go too fast out of the gate. And you got 12 minutes on the clock. All right. Starting with those inchworms, going in 10 seconds.
1, 4 inches. We got 2 side snatches or cleans. job. We got 3. Awesome job.
This love is like fire and ice. This love is like rain in the skies. This love is like sun on the rise. This love got me rolling the dice. Don't let me lose. So fine for you. So fine for you. Beautiful mind. Your heart got a story with mine. Your heart got me hurting at times. Your heart gave me new kind of highs. Your heart got me feeling so fine. So what to do? So fine for you. So fine for you. It took us a while. With every breath a new day, I love on the line. We found our share of mistakes. But all your flaws and scars are mine. So fine for you. So fine for you. And just like that, just like
Hey, she's trying, she's going. Flying out, she's sticking with it.
Burning gold, this love shining burning gold. This love is like diamonds and gold. This love is like out of control. This love's never growing old. You make it new. So falling for you, so falling for you. It took us a while, cause we were young and unsure, but love on the line. We give we both need more, but all your flaws and scars are mine. So falling for you, so falling for you, so falling for you. And just like that,
Nice job.
just like that. Still falling
Nice job for your 8 minutes. Keep going, keep going.
still falling I'm onto you, yeah you. I'm not your number one. I saw you with her, kissing and having fun. If you're giving all of your money and time, I'm not gonna sit you wasting mine on. See how adios, I'm done. After 3, after 4 times, why did I bother? Tell me how many more times does it take to get smarter? Don't need to deny the hurt and the lies and all of the things you did to me. I swear I know you did. Now you take her out in your backseat car and make out in the rain. And when she brings you up, she know where you are, but I know differently. Now she sings along when you play guitar, with your brand new memories. Hope you treat her better than you treated me. I'm onto you, yeah you. I'm not your number one. I saw you with her, kissing and having fun. It's not giving all of your money and time.
Halfway.
Mine on you, yeah you. See how adios, I'm done.
Got 6 minutes left. Nice job. Nice job. 4 minutes left. Almost there. Grinding it out. Keep holding on. Keep going.
It's a little blurry how the whole thing started. I don't even really know what you intended. Thought that you were cute and you could make me jealous. Put it down, so I put it down. I'm in a hotel with you. You were talking deep like it was mad love to you. You wanted my heart, but I just like your tattoos. Put it down, so I put it down. I know I'm in a hotel with you. I know I'm in a hotel with you. I know I'm in a hotel with you. Why I got you on my mind. Why I got you on my mind. Don't understand why I got you on my mind. Talking about a girl with my name. Say that I heard you, but I still don't get
Okay, let me see it. All there.
I could have really liked you. I bet that's why I keep on thinking about you. Shame. You said I was good, so I pulled it down, Think that I know I'm in a hotel with you. Think that I know I'm in a hotel with you. Think that I know I'm in a hotel with you. Why I got you on my mind. Why I got you on my mind.
Nice job.
1 minute.
Last minute. Stop. 10 seconds. Get a couple more reps. 2, And 1.
Well done.
All right, that got the heart rate going. Okay, one more station. Grab some water. I need some water. My throat's so dry right now. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, we got our core finisher. 8 minutes. 2, 4, 6 movements. First one, the pattern is a 20-second hold and then 15 reps. So, first one, I feel like taking off my shoes might help with the weight. You have a 20-second pike hold. I don't know if I should go back further. So my hands are on the ground. I'm kind of really pushing into my fingers, squeezing that core. My feet are off the ground, hovering off the ground. 20 seconds. Then you have 15 pike pulses. So instead of doing that hold, you're going up and down. But my feet, and like my heels, I should say, never touch the ground on those well, I'd say my calves touch the ground. So they're just hovering for 15 pulses. Then we have a 20-second hollow hold. Option 1, 2, and 3 for 20 seconds. Then we have upright V-tucks. So hands are, I'd say just above your hips on the ground. Beside you, you're crunching in and out, trying to prevent that rug burn if you're prone to that rug burn. So 15 of those upright V-tucks. Then you're going into 20 seconds of our plank twist. And then 15 body saw. All right. 8 minutes. I say aim for 2 rounds, or just work for the full 8 minutes. My core is already hurting for that demo, so this should be a lot of fun. Okay, final bit of work. Starting first with that 20-second pike hold. And then those pulses for 15. All right, going in 10. You cannot see that, can you? There we go. 3, 2, 1. 20-second hold. Squeezing that core.
Here we go, not long ago, when you would walk on the sidewalk. Innocent, remember, all we did was care for each other. But the night was warm, we were both
And 1, 15.
on the run. The wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. A kiss, fire gun, we need someone to lean on. A kiss, fire gun, all we need is somebody to lean on. A kiss, fire gun, we need someone to lean on. A kiss,
Power forward, 20
all we need
seconds.
is somebody to lean on.
Squeeze that core. All right, then we're upright. Deep up. In.
What will we do when we get up? When we walk down the same road? You be there by my side, standing strong as the waves
20
roll
seconds of
over.
our plank twist.
I try on
The people.
Always afraid to leave you on your own. Say I'd catch you if you fall, and if you're laughing, fuck 'em all. And then I got you off your knees, put you right back on your feet, just so you can take advantage of me. Tell me how it feels, you know there, feeling so right, but too far away to hold me.
Halfway there.
Put you up there, deep in the sky, doesn't
Awesome job.
Gave love about 100 tries, just running from the demons in your mind. Took yours and gave mine. I didn't notice 'cause my love was blind. Said I'd catch you if you fall, and if you're laughing, fuck 'em all. And then I got you off your knees, put you right back on your feet, just so you can take advantage of me. Tell me how it feels, sitting up there, feeling so high, but too far away to hold me. You know I'm the one who put you up there, deep in the sky, doesn't ever get lonely, thinking you could live, lonely, thinking you could live, lonely, thinking I'm the one who put you up there.
How are you?
You don't have to say just what you did. I already know. I had to go and find out from there. So tell me how's it feel? Tell me how's it feel, sitting up there, feeling so high, but too far away to hold me. You know I'm the one who put you up there, deep in the sky, but I'll never get lonely, thinking you could live, lonely, thinking you could live.
Okay. 90 seconds, Jonathan.
Put you up there, so
One minute.
Awesome job. We got 40 seconds, almost there.
shine bright like a diamond, shine bright like a diamond, shine bright like a diamond. So shine bright tonight, beautiful like diamonds in the sky. My life is beautiful, see, I chose to be happy. Tonight, like diamonds in the sky. I'm a shooting star, I see, a vision of ecstasy. You hold me, like diamonds in the sky. I
Well done.
know that we live on one right way.
Why is it turning down? There we go. Okay. Great job. Wednesday. Done. Got my course on fire.